Dear students, in this presentation I am going to discuss about delay in continuous assignments and gate delays. Delay values control the time between the change in a right hand side operand and then the value is assigned to the left hand side net. There are three ways of specifying delays in continuous assignment statements: regular assignment delay, implicit continuous assignment delay, net declaration delay. Now let us discuss all the three delays in detail. The first, regular assignment delay. In this type, the delay value is specified after a keyword assign. Let us take one example. Assign #10 carry equals to A&B, where 10 refers to the time delay of 10 time units. A and B are operands and carry is a net. Here any change in values of A or B, the right hand side expression is evaluated and the result is assigned to the left hand side net carry after a delay of 10 time units. Let me explain the waveform generated by simulating the assign statement. Assign #10 carry equals to A&B. Here A and B are operands and carry is a net, and ampersand is the AND operator. Now whenever the values of A or B changes, the expression is evaluated and the result is assigned to a net carry after a delay of 10 time units. Now let us discuss with waveforms. A waveform, B waveform, and a part of the C waveform or carry waveform. Now carry output is low up to 20 time units since signals A and B are low. At 20 time units, A changes from low to high, B changes from low to high. Therefore, the carry output is supposed to be high at 20, but the carry goes to high at 30 because we have introduced a delay of 10 time units. From 30 to 60, there will be no change in the output because A is high, B is high, therefore carry is also high. At 60, A goes to low. Now the carry is supposed to be low at 60, but carry goes to low at 70 because of the 10 time units of delay introduced in the assign statement. Now from 70 to 80, A is low, B is high, and carry is low. However, A changes to high at 80, but it goes down to low before 10 time units have elapsed. Hence, at the time of recomputation, 10 units after the time 80, A is low. Thus, carry gets the value 0. This is a very important point. A pulse of width less than the specified assignment delay is not propagated to the output. Before discussing the implicit continuous assignment delay, let me explain what is implicit continuous assignment. In implicit continuous assignment, instead of declaring a net and writing a continuous assignment on the net, Verilog provides a shortcut by which a continuous assignment can be placed on a net when it is declared. In regular assignment, if a statement like wire carry, assign carry equals to A&B can be represented as wire carry equals to A&B in implicit continuous assignment. Now let us see implicit continuous assignment with a delay of 10 time units. A regular assignment statement with a delay of 10 time units is represented as wire carry, assign #10 carry equals to A&B. The same statement in implicit continuous assignment is represented as wire #10 carry equals to A ampersand B. Net declaration delay. A delay can be specified on a net when it is declared without putting a continuous assignment on the net. If a delay is specified on a net carry, then any value change applied to the net carry is delayed accordingly. The net declaration delay can be represented as wire #10 carry assign carry equals to A ampersand B. This is similar to the following wire carry assign #10 carry equals to A ampersand B. Gate delays. The signal propagation delay from any gate input to the gate output can be specified using a gate delay. The gate delay can be specified in the gate instantiation itself. The syntax of the gate instantiation is type of the gate, then you have to represent the delay time, then instance name, and then port list. For example, if I take a AND gate and #5 represents the delay of 5 time units, A1 is the instance name, and Y is the output port, A and B are the input ports. There are 3 types of delays from the inputs to the output of a primitive gate: rise delay, fall delay, and turn off delay. Rise delay. The rise delay is associated with the gate output transition to 1 from another value X, Z, or 0. Fall delay. The fall delay is associated with the gate output transition to 0 from another value 1, X, or Z. Turn off delay. The turn off delay is associated with the gate output transition to the high impedance value Z from another value. 3 types of delay specifications are allowed. If only one delay is specified, this value is used for all transitions. The syntax for this is AND delay time, then instance name, then IO ports. For example, AND is the gate name of the gate used, #5 is delay time, A1 is instance name, out I1, I2 are IO ports. Here 5 time units is used. If 2 delays are specified, they refer to the rise and fall delay values. The syntax is AND rise delay, fall delay, then instance name and IO ports. Example, AND #4, 6, instance name A1 and then IO ports. Here the rise delay is 4 time units and fall delay is 6 time units. If all the 3 delays are specified, they refer to rise, fall, and turn off delay. BufF 0, one of the primitive gate available in Verilog, then rise delay, fall delay, then turn off delay, instance name and IO ports. BufF 0 #3, 4, 5. Here 3 is representing the rise delay time, 4 fall delay time, and 5 is the turn off delay time. If no delays are specified, the default value is 0. You can have one example, and A1 is the instance name, then IO ports. Let us consider a simple module M to implement the following logic equation: Y2 equals to A dot B plus C. The module contains one AND gate and one OR gate. In AND gate, the delay is 5 time units, and OR gate, the delay is 4 time units. Here A and B are the inputs to AND gate and Y1 is the output. And this output Y1 is connected as one of the input of OR gate and the other input for OR gate is C. The final output of the module is Y2. The following is the Verilog definition for the module M with the specified delays in the logic diagram. Module M, then input output ports, Y2 is the output port and A, B, C are the input ports. Then output Y2, input A, B, C, then wire Y1, then the gate instantiation and #5, A1 is the instance name and Y1 is the output and A and B are the inputs. Here the delay in AND gate is 5 time units. And OR gate or #4, O1 is the instance name, Y2 output, Y1 and C are the inputs. Here the delay is 4 time units. End module. Now let me explain the waveform generated by simulating the module M. A, B and C are the 3 inputs applied to the module M. The outputs Y1 and Y2 are initially unknown. Up to time 10, A, B and C are low, therefore Y1 and Y2 are also low. At time 10, all A, B and C inputs are 1. Therefore, Y2 output of OR gate changes to 1 after 4 time units. And Y1 output of AND gate changes to 1 after 5 time units. This is because the time delay specified for AND gate is 5 time units and for OR gate it is 4 time units. At time 20, B and C inputs changes to 0. Therefore, Y1 output of AND gate changes to 0 after 5 time units. And Y2 output of OR gate changes to 0 4 time units after Y1 changes to 0. In my next presentation, I am going to discuss about different data types used in Verilog. Thank you.